Welcome to Puzzle Divination. I'm Iris Nightstar, and today we're going to be completing our weekly word search grid and seeing what message it holds for us. Before I start the reading, I'm going to pull a familiar to help guide the tone of today's message, and then we'll have a look for a word in the grid, well, the remaining words in the grid, and I'll demonstrate how to interpret the words, their meanings, their numerology meanings, and what their placement within the grid means. But first, let's see who's going to step forward for us. Okay, we've got the wolf. I think that's the first time we've had the wolf this week. Let's see what wolf aspect we're getting. Oh, the spring wolf. Let's have a little look. Find spring. Down here. Wolf. So the spring wolf steps forward, bringing renewal, awakening, fresh courage and the energy of new beginnings, the moment when something finally starts to move again. Today we have several final words to find and interpret, and they form the closing message of this week's grid. So we have buoyant, bubbly and shine left. So let's see if we can find them in the grid. Oh, there's bubbly. I'm sure I just saw buoyant. There it is. So no buoyant, so that leaves shine. Now where's shine hiding? There it is. Diagonals always take me a bit longer to spot. So there we've got our three words. Any other words? Any spirit words? Oh, look at that. 6 as a spirit word. I'm going to highlight that in yellow just so that we can see it a bit more clearly. Okay, so let's have a little look. Buoyant. Let's do this one first. Where's my high quality graphics? So buoyant starting here and going across. I mean, it's sort of mostly in 5 and 3. Buoyant is uplifted, light, hopeful, emotionally rising. And if you add oh gosh, I'm explaining this badly today. Every letter of the alphabet is allocated a number from 1 to 9. And so B would be number 2. And so we make a note of those numbers and we add them all together, and buoyant adds up to 26. 26 being too long, it's not a single digit, so we add those together and that makes it an 8. So 8 is empowerment, confidence, strength. And it's in box 5, which is movement, change, pivot, and box 3, which is creativity, expression and flexibility. So the message here is hope rises when you allow flexibility and embrace change. Moving on to bubbly, that of course, joyful, effervescent, very light-hearted energy. And if we add up the numbers of bubbly, it can all adds up to 19. So we add the 1 and the 9. And that's a 10. So we add the 1 and the 0 and 1. So 1 is individuality, self-direction and new beginnings. And where does bubbly appear? It's here in box 9. Completion, integration, wisdom. A joyful, fresh start after closing a chapter. And then our last word, shine. Radiance, visibility, stepping into your light. And again, if we add all the numbers of shine, that adds up to 28. And so again, we reduce that down to 10 and then to 1. So again, another 1, reinforcing self-trust and new beginnings. Placement in box 5 means movement, shift and momentum. So let your light lead you into the next phase. And we found another spirit word. 6 relates to harmony, care, support and emotional balance. And its placement in box 4 grounds it in routine, stability and foundations. So the message is saying a stable, supportive foundation helps everything fall into place. And since these are the last words on our grid, this puzzle is now completely spent. All the energy it had to offer has been released. And when a word search is spent, it means the message for that grid has fully revealed itself. So our full combined reading with the spirit wolf, our friend here, guiding today's message. These final words complete the arc of this week's grid. Buoyant and bubbly bring rising energy, emotional lift and lightness returning. Their numerology supports new beginnings and empowerment, echoing the spring wolf's awakening energy. Shine in box 5 encourages you to step forward, show your light and follow the momentum that's building. The spirit word 6 in box 4 gives the grounding you need to support all of this, harmony and emotional balance through simple practical structure. Since this is the last set of the words and the puzzle is now spent and the full message has been released, looking back over the grid, we've moved from clarity and confidence into connection, uplift and now renewal, a full cycle of rising energy. Together today's message is, you're rising again, let your energy lift, step into your light and support the renewal with one grounding action that brings ease and structure. Let me know in the comments which of these final words resonated with you and how you felt the overall message unfolded across the week. And of course, remember you can work through a word search all at once or spread it out just like this. We begin a new grid tomorrow. Tune in for the new message from the grid. Until then, decode, discover, divine.